Hello? Can you guys hear me? Let me just check if I can. I'm live. I was supposed to get some internet footage for you guys to see, but I don't think it's going to happen like that. My microphone all right, guys? Let me just... I'm just listening to my own voice. My microphone all right, guys? Yeah, it should be fine. Welcome. Oh, it's a shame. He's my inspiration. Excuse me while I look at my phone. Let me know if you're here, guys. I just want to see the chat. Are you there, guys? Welcome. Is my computer working? Bear with me, guys. Bear with me. My internet's just gone haywire. This is the first time I've done this type of stream. Okay. Let me just try and hear myself. My internet's just gone haywire. Okay, fine. It looks like we're gonna have to continue without any screens or anything else, which is annoying because I wanted to show you like the BBC Sport website, but I still haven't figured out how to use the YouTube software / my own software properly together. So, guys, let me know what you want me to talk about. Okay, that should be better. That's better. So, Manchester United. Let me get the chat up and then we'll get started. Leave a like if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you're new. I think my voice is fine, loud and clear. It's annoying. I wanted to not just show my face. I wanted to show more than that. But we digress. We digress. So, if you guys watched the match, if you guys watched the same match I watched, you will know that it was a tense game. It was a tense game. And I think most people were expecting a draw to some extent for this game. I was excited. The nerves was coming up last night. I felt like football was coming back. When the nerves start coming back, you're like, oh, is football ever going to be the same? But then when the nerves start coming back and when you're looking forward to the lineup, you're speculating what formation Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to use, it all starts flooding back. And I think when you get into a game, when you watch the game and you don't start, when you really get into the game, watching it, you forget the fans are there. Now, I want to know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts down below, guys. This is all about me chatting to you guys, hanging out. See what it's all about. It's annoying. I really wanted to show you the scoreline and like all the information, BBC Sport, but you know what? Me speaking to you guys is all right. So, what do I think of the 4-2-3-1 formation? Well, was it 4-2-3-1? Yeah, it was 4-2-3-1, wasn't it? The typical 4-2-3-1 with Fred and McTominay holding. Now, I was happy. Mark Goldbridge said that Fred is a better choice than Matic, but obviously loads of people were going for Matic as the CDM. But Matic is defensive. He is very defensive, but he's been doing well with Fred for the past couple of games. But that was before lockdown. This is a whole new ball game, and now we got Pogba back and Rashford back. He started Rashford, but didn't start Pogba. Maybe different signs of fitness, because I swear Pogba's been out for more of the season, so that's the only excuse. Match fitness, match sharpness, actually. Not sharp enough for a game, Wes. To be fair, Rashford got injured, but then a couple of games we didn't have him. Then we got the end of the season, well, premature end of the season. But now it's back. I feel like the first half we started off well. It was a pretty cagey game at the start, as you'd think it would be. But of course, that's what Mourinho teams like to see. We know what it's all about. Manchester United, we know what Mourinho's all about. even people who don't, people know Mourinho. It doesn't matter if it doesn't matter if you're managed by him or not. You know what his game plan is. It is to hold back, is to conserve energy, keep the 4 banks, or 2 banks of 4, I should say. Which it worked. It worked. They got that one lucky goal, which they always try and get. Mourinho teams always seem to get, don't they? They're against the run they play, always get that goal against the run they play. Man United got a couple of chances in. Rashford maybe should have done better with the first chance. It was one touch, for like first touch, it was a good contact to get the shot off. But it wasn't, it was too close to the goalkeeper and Luis saved it. But for first chance, you can excuse that because we were beginning to make momentum, I think 20 minutes into the game. And yeah, Rashford got a chance, but if we get another one, hopefully he'll get it much better. Hopefully he goes in. I think, what is that second Rashford chance? I forgot. Oh, shit. Excuse me, because I was so into it. The last 10 minutes was so much more exciting than like the first 60 minutes. Let's be honest. What was that second Rashford chance he should have scored? I'm trying to forget. I forgot. It's basically 2 chances, 2 half chances, people say. I think the first chance was much more of a chance. Lloris had a good save, actually. But that's second half. Let's focus on the first half. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think it was a good enough performance by Man United? Because I think we deserve at least a point this game. Well, to be fair, you could say every game against Mourinho teams, the team who's playing the Mourinho team deserves a point. If you like attacking football, if you value attacking football more than defensive football. Obviously, I used to back Mourinho up. Obviously, he was our manager back in the day. And of course, I'm a defender. I like defending in real life. So I was like, okay, I'm willing to excuse this for his passion and his way, in his winning ways. He seems to win trophies. But obviously, hopefully now he's exposed a bit. Welcome to the stream. If you're here watching me, I massively appreciate it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll try next stream for next game, if this goes well, to actually get another screen on, like a BBC Sport internet type stream. So not just my face. I can show you 2 screens. But for now, we've got just my ugly mug. So after those 2 half chances, I think we have the water breaks. I completely forgot the water breaks were happening. I don't know about you guys. Like, why is that? The only reason I see there's water breaks like every 20 minutes or so. Like it's like half time of half. Like each half has a half. Like half time, each half has its own half time. So there's like 3 half times in the match. They're just drinking water. Gives time for the bloody people to do the disinfecting in the corners. I see that's the only reason. Not really for any water summer purposes, because it wasn't hot in the country today. It wasn't hot in Tottenham, London. So I don't know what's happening there. But after that water break, the momentum shifted and Tottenham got their one chance. The momentum didn't shift, actually. We had most of the chances. It was ever since Tottenham scored that first goal, the momentum shifted and Tottenham started to go into the game. They tried to get that second goal, as Mourinho teams like to do. As soon as they get their first goal, to try and nick that second goal, and then you can be more security. You can be more safe in parking the bus because you're not just trying to defend 1 goal, you're trying to defend 2 goals. I don't know about you guys. I think that's how Mourinho operates. Thank you for the likes. Welcome to the stream. I was just talking about how once that Tottenham goal went in, they were trying to get that second one. Luckily, we hanged on. We needed halftime at that point, to be honest, to just regroup and resettle. Let's talk about that first goal. I think it's a massive mistake by the 2 centre-backs. But looking back, it is Maguire's fault. Lindelof tries his best to recover, but his pace is not good enough. I was literally thinking, watching the game, I was like, is this FIFA defending? And like, literally, this is a mistake I make on FIFA. Like, I was getting flashbacks, mate. Nightmare-like flashbacks. Because Maguire, okay, all the players are rusty, so you got to excuse them. Maguire's a top-quality centre-back, £80 million. And people have mugged him off for it because on social media saying, oh, he's not good enough for 80 million. Oh, making mistakes here and there. Look at that clip. Look at this clip. But I feel like Maguire's done fantastically well. I think people underestimate how much we would have struggled without him this season. But I digress. I think you can't excuse what he did. Well, you can, except for rusting. That's the only excuse. Rustiness, split-second decision, showing him on the inside. He should have shown him on the outside. And his body shape was all wrong, twisting all wrong. And by the time he realised what he did wrong, his pace, Maguire as well as Lindelof's pace, was not good enough to catch Steven Bergwijn, who's obviously the pace merchant. And he fired it straight at De Gea. He went for power and it paid off because De Gea couldn't get his hands properly on it. He got his hands on it, but not enough on it because the ball just skimmied off him into the top corner. Which I'm I will say De Gea could have done better there. He could have done better there. But I feel like it was more to do with the defenders. The defenders should never have allowed that to happen in the first place, in my opinion. I don't know about you guys. But yeah, I wasn't insanely angry or mad. I was like, that's disappointing. That's not good enough. But I feel like we were getting into the game at that point as well. And obviously, I knew by half time, if it continued like 1-0, obviously people on the internet are going to exaggerate a bit. But to be fair, we did struggle after that. Our heads did drop a bit after that first goal. I don't know how you guys were feeling. Let me know how you guys feeling in down below after Man United. Man United can see that first goal. Were you happy? Do you support Man United, or are you just here to mug me off? But nobody's commenting anything, so I assume you're all Man United fans. Maybe one of you is an Arsenal fan. Lol. But yeah, half time, Roy Keane decides to why is the lens flare of my camera is going mental? Oh crap. Okay, that's weird. Let me just move that. I want to talk about Roy Keane, lads. Come on. Yeah, that's better. Roy Keane starts going absolutely ham in the punditry. He starts saying De Gea, both De Gea and Maguire should walk out. He shouldn't even get in the bus in Manchester. Patrice is laughing. I'm laughing because I feel like Roy Keane's going too mental, but it's what you expect from him. If anyone's going to do it, it's Roy Keane. First game back, he's holding no bars bound. He's just shouting all he wants to do. I could swear, actually. I should swear. Might as well. He starts saying Maguire should be doing better. Luke Shaw, why is he heading that way? Luke Shaw, I think, didn't do anything wrong. He just tried clearing it with his head. And then everything that happened later is really the defender's fault. You can't really have hindsight in that sense. And then Roy Keane should be like, De Gea, what? Why is De Gea didn't redeem himself with that goal? Should have catched that ball after whose header was it? I think it was Son's header that nearly went in. It was a good save by De Gea, but it's expected by his show-stopping standards. I think De Gea is really good at show-stopping, but his overall goalkeeping has gone down in levels ever since that World Cup mistake. Since Ronaldo, it's just literally just gone a bit downhill. Not like massively, like exponentially, but like I'm going mathematics now. But he has fallen off. I've accepted it now. He has fallen off a bit. And Dean Henderson, he's looking to gain the pressure. He's gaining pressure on De Gea. Well, I like to think the manager and the board are looking at De Gea and being like, he's not as good as he once was. He's still as good at show stopping, but it wasn't the best header. In terms of direction and curve, it was a great header, but the speed was enough for De Gea for his standards, for Man United standards. Of course, we've had great goalkeepers throughout the years. Massively appreciate Van der Sar, Schmeichel. But Roy Keane saying he should have catched it is ridiculous now. He's just waffling at that point. I was just like, what's happening? And quite rightly so, Patrice Evans like, oh, what? So you want him to have glue in his hands so he can catch it? That's the only way he's going to catch it. I was laughing there. But I was trying to laugh, not because I was trying to laugh it off, because I still felt there was some positivity. I just had a feeling that even though Mourinho is known for his shithousery, and obviously I think into the second half I started to get a bit down on a Debbie Downer, so to speak. I was a bit like, okay, Mourinho looks like he might actually win this now, like he used to do with us, like we did against Tottenham back in the day in Old Trafford when Martial scored that last 10-minute goal. But enough about the past. I did feel like there was some positivity. I still felt like we could get back into the game, and it took a while, but we did get there in the end. But at the beginning of the second half, we were just, I don't know, I don't really remember actually. I think, yeah, we had to start off round the gate. We had to start off giving the pressure, start pinning them back, and we started pinning them back. But obviously, I think the rate at which we were pinning them back, it didn't look like we had the best creativity. It didn't look like we had a plan. It just looked like, okay, once we see the opportunity, we have to just try and get past their full bank somehow. It wasn't like, oh my God, we've got a plan to get through them using beautiful football like Pep Guardiola. But I digress. Only good to Solskjaer. Everyone wanted Greenwood and Pogba to come on after that first half. And to be fair, he brought them on and they made a massive difference. The creativity that we were lacking in, okay, we were pinning them back, but that's expected from Mourinho teams. We needed a creative spark to just really actually do something, get some shots off, get some proper shots off, gain some proper saves, like force, what's his name? Lloris to make some saves. And to be fair, Lloris's save was better than De Gea's, in my opinion. I think that was a more pacey ball. It was a similar sort of curve and direction, but obviously it was from Martial's feet instead of a header. Martial, it wasn't really in the game. He was non-existent in the first half, but so was Harry Kane. So it really wasn't a case of one striker's being good, one striker's being bad. Welcome to the stream. I massively appreciate it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't yet. Share this video with your mates. Let them know that I'm a Man United fan, even though I do gaming videos. But I just wanted to talk about Man United because I've stopped the podcast, and obviously download the podcast, check my podcast videos. I really appreciate your guys' support on that. And check out if you haven't yet, we talk politics, life and stuff. But we've stopped that. So I was like, the Premier League's coming back. I might as well talk Man United here. God, there's no comments, guys. Where's the comments? Where are the comments? It's not good enough. I want to see you guys' thoughts and opinions. I don't want to just be me rambling on. If you agree with me, say W. If you don't agree with me, say L. It's simple as. Oh my days. So yeah, Martial was very unlucky to not score that goal. Very unlucky, but it was a great save by Luis. And yeah, he just fingertipped it over the bar. And it's cool hearing the coaches. You can hear more of the coaches, even with the fan noise on, actually. So that was really cool to see. Unless like it's Mourinho doing like whoa, just getting gassed over, getting horny over tackles at the last minute. But I respect Mourinho. Dan James is wank. That's interesting opinion. Yeah, Dan James. He wasn't doing his best. His balls were a bit sloppy, but Dan James should be a substitute. He should be. He's naturally a good substitute. I know Greenwood's a good substitute, but I think Greenwood has the talent and ability way past his age. I think he can start games more often than I think Daniel James should be on the bench because he's not ready for Premier League games right now. He started off well. It's that classic thing when you come into a team, Manchester United, you feel the pressure, you feel the anxiety, the rush, the pace, the power. You get a bit lucky, and Daniel James started off really well in the Premier League. I'm not saying it was all down to luck. That's his ability, but it's that classic thing when you sign for a club, you're young, you want to make an impact. You come on for a game. Man United are already 2-0 up against Chelsea in the first game of the season. And then Daniel James gained some momentum at the start of the season, but then he started falling off a bit. And we just need to just turn the brakes on with Daniel James. I don't think he's wank. I think this is one of his worst games. Yeah, I agree with you, Sadiq. I think Greenwood should start. Obviously, I saw most of the starting 11s. People were saying Daniel James is going to start, but I think that was more out of people knowing that Ole's going to pick him rather than they knowing that Daniel James is better than Greenwood. I feel like Greenwood is the more obvious choice, in my opinion. I think he should start games. I think he has the ability to. And even when he came on as a sub, he made an impact. That's one of the reasons he should start. But he could have made more of an impact if he started the game. I think Daniel James's pace works for counter-attack. And we were trying to counter-attack. Tottenham were trying to counter-attack. The fullbacks' passing was awful by Sadiq. Again, thank you for your comments, mate. Appreciate it. The fullbacks' passing was awful. Wan-Bissaka, yeah, he didn't really have much passes to do. I feel like the passing was quite sloppy all around. I think Fred's passing was a bit sloppy. He slipped a couple of times. Fred seems to slip in a couple of games. I don't know why he does that. But overall, he's been good this season. I can't just pin all the blame on him. It was a bit sloppy passing. The second balls, we weren't trying to win as well. I didn't feel like in the first half, our heads did drop. It wasn't a case of like we weren't trying. It's like the adrenaline had gone once that first goal went in by Tottenham. And that we weren't trying as best as the other team. Like, I know Tottenham's team is physical, but we have physical players as well, even without Pogba on the bench. Even with Pogba on the bench. So, yeah, even second balls, passing was awful. Not just by the fullbacks. I think Wan-Bissaka was more so tackling and intercepting. He did decent. He was doing his classic tackling, but I didn't really see much passing from him. He tried crossing it in a couple of times, but it was over. It was too much power in the crosses sometimes. And even if it was going into a direction, Rashford wasn't really making as many runs as he usually would. Don't want to speak like that. 1-2s. We couldn't do 1-2s. Yeah, there wasn't really a pattern to our play, to be fair. I think for the long term, I am a bit concerned. What's our style of play? Looks like we have shifted from the... Have we shifted it, though? Maybe in this game we had to shift it because it's the first game back, special circumstances. Mourinho is basically playing the same tactic we usually do, which is counter-attack. So I don't know. But I feel like Pogba proved that he can play alongside Mourinho for the last 20 minutes of the game. I think when he came on, it changed the game. Greenwood came on. He had a bit of pace at the start, but for the rest of the match, it was Pogba who's really making the impact. I think Greenwood got that last chance in the last minute. Oh, God, imagine if he scored that. It wasn't meant to be. If he got a few more shots before then, maybe he could have put this one in. I would have gone mental if he scored it in that last second. But what ifs and buts, you know what I mean? Greenwood should have started. Pogba should start. Pogba definitely shows that he should have started. But if his match fitness wasn't good enough, that's fine by me. And he came, and it's good to have someone like him on the bench for this first game anyway. But yeah, Pogba just, I feel like I'm like wanking over Pogba here. But realistically, he really is looking. He had to come on the bench and prove like, even if whether he wants to leave or not, when you're in that circumstance, when you're a big money player, when you're a big player with a huge reputation, and you're on the bench and you're coming on, when your team is going tits up a bit. Not too much, but tits up a bit. You've got to prove yourself, and Pogba proved himself today. And he has to show, and it's all about showing that he deserves to start all the time. He's unplayable. He's undroppable. To be fair, I don't think he looked frustrated that I didn't start. I think he probably knew that his fitness match sharpness wasn't the best. But it's just, as soon as Pogba came on, the long passes started, the classic long balls. You gotta love long balls. Some of his diagonal balls, it's just sensational. I think that one today was like a half volley almost. Bruno needs to know when to keep it simple. Yeah, I think Pogba played better than Bruno, even though Bruno played the whole game, because Bruno was shooting a lot from long range. But I think Bruno was our best player in the first half. I felt like everyone tried getting it to him. When he got the ball, he started keeping it calm a bit. But obviously, once the momentum started once we had some space. There were so many defenders. I think Bruno just kept on resorting to, subconsciously you think it's Portuguese league, you just can just do 40-yard screamers every day. But that's not how it works in the Premier League. But I can understand when there's little players to give it to and there's loads of defenders to look at, and you might as well just shoot, give it a try. Why not? How else are we going to shoot? You know what I mean? That's what it felt like. So yeah, but every time Bruno plays, we are undefeated so far right now, I think, as commentator. And yeah, it's not a coincidence, you know what I mean? But yeah, there is still room for improvement. There's always room for improvement in that sense. So good, Premier League's back. You don't know what you missed until you've seen it again. Brilliant. Pogba won that penalty with his strength, good skill to get around the man, and Eric Dyer just does the stupid thing. It's a clear penalty, and I was so happy. We deserved that penalty, and we deserved at least a draw from this game. In terms of, if you want to see who's creating more chances, realistically, we're creating more chances. We're the attacking team against the parking the bus Mourinho team. Yeah. Did you even switch the ball once? That would the whole game, Sadiq says. Yeah, it was only Pogba that did it. I think maybe Bruno tried doing it. Yeah, that's what I noticed Tottenham doing as well. Tottenham was switching the ball quite a bit, especially in the first half. They were stretching our defense a lot. Actually, throughout the whole game, they were trying to stretch our defense. Maybe not loads, but definitely more than us. And that was causing problems. That was definitely causing problems. I felt like they were more of a threat on the wings. They were going for the wings at least. Whereas we really weren't switching it. I don't think we have the players that can do that really. Except Bruno and Pogba. But if Pogba's not starting, then we just got Bruno to do. You know what I mean? And even when we had a long ball, I think the first touch of some of the players wasn't good enough. Fred's first touch wasn't the best. Rashford's wasn't the best. Martial, when he got the ball, he was all right. But, yeah. The forward line just wasn't... It wasn't in sync, was it? It just wasn't. No patterns into our play. Leave a like if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you're new. There's many more of these where these come from. I don't know how long I should have these. Half an hour, maybe. 24 minutes already gone quickly. The match went quickly. It was exciting, to be fair. It's tense, but exciting. It's because the fullbacks aren't being used properly. What do you mean? Because apparently some people saying Rashford and Martial are playing up top. They're not actually left wing, striker, right wing. Apparently we were switching formations, maybe? In between phases of play? I'm not an expert in football tactically. I don't know. It's because the fullbacks aren't being used properly. They're too static, no overlaps. Yeah. Now that you mentioned it, mate. We need to see more overlaps, especially against a team like Tottenham. It's like we were holding each other. It was like they were holding... It's like Ole... Not Ole. I'm saying Ole for the sake of it. But Ole was holding us back a bit in terms of holding the fullbacks back. Yeah, we are sometimes a bit too defensive. I think Luke Shaw is good at defending. But we need our fullbacks to also be good at attacking. And sometimes Luke Shaw just leaves it a bit too late to defend in the last minute. And you can see his match fitness isn't the same. Obviously, I don't want to be the meme kid and be like, oh, fatty Luke Shaw. But realistically, he needs to sort that out. But obviously, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but he needs to sort it out because it's been a problem for quite a long time. And I feel like Luke Shaw's not fulfilling his potential. Whereas Wan-Bissaka's almost on his level and he's so much younger than him. You get me? So, I don't know. Yeah, we need support from the fullbacks. But the thing is, have we ever seen that this season? Have we seen that this season, really? We kind of just rely on the fullbacks for crossing. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how Ole plays this for the next 8 games. I feel like we are going to go a bit more attacking. If I were him, I'd start Bruno and Pogba next game. We've got 8 games. It's not the hardest games in the world we got. I think Tottenham's our hardest game, technically, in terms of the traditional top 6. So why not go for Bruno and Pogba, obviously? But if it's not part of the plan, it's not part of the plan. It's the manager's choice. And if you win, happy days. But if we don't, then it's not good enough. They need to create more 2v1s on wings. Yeah, simple as that. Serge Aurier was just having a calm game. Ben Davis was having an imposing couple of 20 minutes or so in the first half, at least. They just felt more imposing in the second balls. I'll talk about second balls in the first half. They were just going for the ball. All the second balls were landing to them sometimes, which is annoying. It's luck sometimes, but also they just felt like they were just going for it. And that's when the last 10 minutes of the game, the second half, when we started really going for it, like really, really going for it. I know it's tense at the end. I know the Tottenham players are more prone to mistakes by the end, but I just felt like we should have had a bit more of that energy at the start. I know you have to ease yourselves into it. Our style's so basic. Yeah, we've got a manager who's maybe not the most experienced and he's learning on the job. But I've always been a fan of Ole, and I feel like he has stabilized stabilized the club. Hello, Liam Talks Football. What are you saying about the game? Are you a Man United fan? Hope you are. Thanks, mate. I appreciate it for the sub. Good stuff. More gaming videos and football reactions where that came from. Let me know what else you want me to talk about. We could just talk about. You don't have to talk about football all the time. This is a football reaction stream, but you can chill a bit. You're not a United fan. What fan you are, mate, then? Are you a Spurs fan? Are you Villa fan? Birmingham fan? Because I'm in Birmingham right now. But I'm always Man United. 10 years of my life, almost. You're over 10 years now. Ever since I love football, I've loved Man United. Why would I banter you, Arsenal? He's Arsenal fan. He is, isn't it? Come on. It's fine. I'm not going to judge. I don't know why I'm getting gassed. See, I told you, you're an Arsenal fan. We're not here to banter Arsenal. I think they've already done that themselves. It's good. AFTV is sensational. Like, that's part of the football experience at this point. AFTV. I strive to be like them, really, except for the whole moaning about their team losing. But yeah, do you know what? We've given you a lifeline, Arsenal. We've given Arsenal a bit of a lifeline because they're still in it to some extent. You never know. And of course, we're 5th place. Man City. If Man City get banned from Champions League, all bets off. 5th place can be the one. So Arsenal, you can't just. You can laugh, have a bit of a chuckle, laughing at Troops' reaction. But at the end of the day, I'm that kind of guy. I'm that paranoid guy watching football. I get tense when playing games. I don't like to jinx myself too much. I try not to banter teams too much in real life, let alone in Twitter. But because I don't want to get it to bite me in the ass. Yeah, your figure has been on AFTV. See? Yeah, it's just like, it's entertaining. David Luiz is a legend. He's a legend. And obviously some people are just over-exaggerating the halftime of this game and be like, oh, Maguire's worse than David Luiz. Shut up, mate. That's social media for you. There's always going to be just over-exaggerating reactionary comments. There's always going to be like that these days, especially with Man United fans, because there's so many of us. So you're basically the world population. There's always going to be different opinions. But it's good to have you guys talking about football, have everyone talking about football again. Last 10 minutes. What could have done better? What could have we done? We could have got the win. The penalty, Pogba could have taken it, but I feel like we need one consistent penalty taker just to stop the media take the piss. And Bruno's he's our penalty taker. Ever since he's coming in for corners, he's coming in for penalties. He's coming in commanding. Pogba didn't really moan about it. He was like, yeah, this is how it works. So it seems to me Bruno is the penalty taker. And I was shitting myself, really. We had to score. We deserved to score. We deserved to get an equaliser. And it was a great penalty by Bruno. I thought it was going wide. thanks to my paranoid mind. But good stuff. I was so happy when that happened. When Pogba came on, the game changed. Yeah, that's what I was saying 5 minutes ago, Liam. The Pogba came, it changed the game, proving himself well. Hopefully, he can keep that up consistently. Obviously, we had to go for the more attacking style, so it made sense to have both Pogba and Bruno on the pitch. But it'll be interesting to see when we verse the other teams, the smaller, lesser teams, if we start Bruno and Pogba. But I feel like if we play Bruno and Pogba, we might have to play Matic just to counteract the too much attacking on the midfield. We need defensive midfielder just to cover a bit more. But Fred could do that job, you never know. And we're versing lesser teams. I do that with Astrid. So we might not cost ourselves a bit in the defense because the lesser teams don't have a much more of a. We can afford to be more attacking against the smaller teams. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, luckily we don't have to play you. Yeah, you're lucky. But to be fair, didn't you beat us a couple of months ago? So yeah, to be fair. But if we're drawing with Tottenham, we're gonna beat you Arsenal 4-0. Why not? Not joking. Well, haven't Arsenal got like a lot of big games though, haven't they? We're lucky. We got like most of our big games done. We got Leicester and Sheffield. I think we've got Sheffield. We've got Leicester. Leicester's gonna be a big game. If Leicester bottle it, we never know. You never know. Here's a fact: you're like out of our last game. Out of our last 9 games, we only beat one team in a return fixture. Well then, that is bad for Arsenal. That, but you know what? You never know. You never know. It's different. It's different times we're living in. Like realistically, if we played this Tottenham game when it should have happened, we probably would have won the game anyway. We could have won the game now. We could have won the game today if we had a bit 5 more minutes extra time because we were gaining some momentum. But to be fair, it got a bit end to end actually. Mourinho started playing a bit more attacking, especially when we equalised. Mourinho does have little bursts of times when he's like, "Okay, now you can attack." 10 minutes gone? Okay, come back. And then 50 minutes you're defending. I noticed that with Man United and I noticed that today with Tottenham. I'm dyslexic. Nah, mate, I'm just talking football knowledge, mate. Matthew. I'm not dyslexic. And you can't even spell dyslexic. So, who's the real winner here? Come on, mate. That's ironic, isn't it? Spelling dyslexic wrong. I know you're joking, mate. I know you're joking. Thank you for the views. God, all the views are coming in now as I've talked about most of the game. Who have we got next? I don't know who we got next. I should have checked that. 3 titles for me and 2 for the rest. Are you quoting Mourinho there, mate? I do respect Mourinho. I did like how he handshaked all the former players he used to train with at Man United. I love you too, Matthew. I love you too. Oh, my days. Oh, God. Leave a like if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you're new. Who's the winner here? Not Man United, mate. That's good football banter from you. I know you're not into football, but that was good football banter. Yeah. We realistically, if we win, it's much better for us, isn't it? Well, you could say the final game, but a draw is still all right, considering the circumstances of the first half. We nearly won it. We got a draw, but realistically, it isn't the best result. Let me check the table, actually. Give me a second. Let me check the table. The camera will be on. Where are we? So we're 46 points, 30 games ahead. We're 1 game ahead. Sheffield could overtake us. Wolves could overtake us, but I think goal difference is not going to sort itself out. Tottenham will win. Well, Tottenham will not win anything under Jose. Trust me. Yeah, I have a feeling too, mate. I just don't know. I feel like Mourinho has lost his touch a little bit. I don't think he's lost his touch completely, but he's lost his winning ways. And I don't think patience allows for him to stay on for a long time. He's a short-term manager anyway now. That's probably just me as an Arsenal fan. No, I agree with you, mate. Obviously, you're a bit biased, obviously. But I think most people would agree with you. I feel like even if you win stuff, it'll be like Europa League and League Cup again. And what good did that do to us? You know what I mean? So, but you never know. You never know. They could go mental in the summer and next season go for the league. Go for the league at least, maybe. I don't know. There's lots of teams up in there now. Wolves, we've got Sheffield now doing stuff. Newcastle could become the next bloody Man City. So there's going to be lots of teams. The Audi Cup, yeah, that counts as a trophy, mate. Thank you for the likes, man. Keep it up. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We're going to have lots more of these reactions, of course, after this reaction. If you've missed some of my chat about the game, don't worry. It's not the best tactic anyway. But yeah, you can rewatch the whole thing after the stream. Or you can rewatch it now, actually, if you want. So, trust me, it's a good tactical analysis. Better than Roy Keane's analysis. My mum was waffling. I respect him a lot. He's a funny guy. He's a good captain for us. No worries, Matthew. No worries, mate. Thank you, Liam, for talking. Good to see. It took us a while to get the chatter going, but once Sadiq started it, we got there in the end. What else do you want me guys to talk about? What else? We could just chill for a bit. Why not? I'm having a good time of my life here. And I was supposed to have a second screen on. I didn't get that one. So I thought the stream was going to be a bit of a dud. But it's the first game of the season. I'm excited. You guys are excited. Guys, let me check the football news, actually. Yeah, Roy Keane says David De Gea and Harry Maguire should get the taxi back to Manchester. What's that supposed to mean? He's just saying sensationalist stuff, isn't he? But I feel like the sad thing is, I feel like he still thinks, like he actually means it. It's not sad. It's funny. I just feel like he gets a bit too mad. Like, you're not part of the game anymore too much now, mate. But I think I sound a bit too harsh. I love Roy Keane a bit. I just feel like he's being so harsh on the players. And it'll be interesting to see the videos after, like what he says for the game. He probably still won't feel it's good enough anyway. But I get it. He wants to be going for the league. He wants Man United going back for the league. He's already pissed off that we're going for the top 4, let alone the bloody league. Where did I get that Doctor Who post from? That one, mate. I think I got it from. I think my sister got it from Madame Tussauds. I think, because I didn't get it myself. I'm assuming it was from there. It's a good poster, yeah. It's Vincent van Gogh inspired from The Big Bang. Not The Big Bang. Yeah, The Big Bang. Finale of Series 5 of Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who. Where did you get that? He wanted to swing at De Gea. Yeah, he did. He wanted to swing at De Gea, which was a bit mad. It is a bit mad. He's a bit mad. He's exaggerating a lot. But I understand where he's coming from. Because I said earlier in the stream that De Gea has lost his touch a bit. I think Harry Maguire definitely deserves more blame for the goal, though. But I don't think Maguire should be, like, shouted at. Roy Keane's one of those people, like, if you make one mistake, even if you've been sick all season, he's still going to shout at you for it. That's just the sort of guy he is. But it works. It worked back in the day, but I don't know if it works in the modern-day footballer sense. I do have a channel like yours, but all things football as well. Okay, Liam, I'll check out, I'll check out. Why not? Joward is better than Martial. He probably is, I've seen him in the park. He's fantastic. And Martial was decent in the game. If you just got the ball a bit more, and people were actually passing it when he ran, I feel like we weren't making many. I don't know if Martial was making many runs. I feel like it was. I feel like we just couldn't get the ball to him because he kept on getting intercepted. To be fair, Roy Keane probably has firmer hands than De Gea. That's bad. He's firing shots at De Gea now. Yeah, Dean Henderson could go for his place. He could have replaced De Gea eventually. Boy, Roy Keane could play anywhere in the pitch, He could. He'd want to. He wouldn't mind. Bloody hell, if someone offered him a coaching role in bloody Manchester United, he'd bloody go there and bloody punch Ole, even if he's not supposed to be the manager. He wouldn't give a shit. Actually, no, he wouldn't punch Ole. He'll hug Ole because he's friends with him, but he'd like punch all the other players. He'd punch the players. Just be like, get some sense into you, daft bastards. I don't know why I did an American accent. Javed. Oh, Javed. I thought you said Jawed. Oh, yeah, Javed's better than Martial. Javed is better than Martial, and Javed is better than Lukaku. Obviously, I don't know the guy, but I've heard stories about the man. And he is a mad lad. He's probably got more passion than Lukaku. Oh, my God. Guys. Oh, thanks, Liam. He said see you later, but I didn't read the message. Sorry, mate. Save, mate. Appreciate it. If you're still watching. Can we stop talking about personal stuff? I want to talk about generalized stuff. I want people to subscribe, not just hands of grammar school students. Just expose where I live. Don't know about that. Javed plus Jai Patel, not Jai Patel, equals love. Welcome to Pride Month, isn't it? It's Pride, isn't it? Isn't it? I don't know, guys. Leave a like if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you're new. I might end the stream here, but I'm enjoying it, man. I'm enjoying the football. I can't wait till next. Let me see what next game is actually. It's full. Yeah, I feel like next game we'll play the same formation. We should, in my opinion. But instead of McTominay or Fred, we'll replace one of them. Actually, no, it depends who we've got. We've got Burnley next. We've got Sheffield United. That's going to be a hard game. But we're at home. But is the home advantage really existing anymore? I don't know because the empty stadium. But we still have to. They still have to. The away team still have to travel to the stadium. So I don't know if that makes a difference. Sid's clueless final. Well, it's because I've said all I've got to say. I'm meant to have these reaction vids for like half an hour to 40 minutes. But it's a first episode and I'm excited to talk to you guys. Appreciate the support. Can I kiss you, Sid? What, right now? Like electronically? Is this not ASMR? Maybe in the future, mate. It depends. If Man United get Champions League football, I'm willing to do anything. I'm willing to do anything. Talk transfers. Well, I feel like all the transfer stuff is a bit waffly. It's just all. I'll leave it to Mark Goldbridge to talk about all those stories, which most stories aren't going to come true, except hopefully Sancho is going to come to Manchester United. I think the Borussia Dortmund, like people up top, the board members, I think transfer people have been talking like they are a bit concerned about Sancho. We don't want to talk about it. We don't want to talk about Sancho right now. We just focus on the football. They are worried that Sancho will be taken away from them, and they might keep him. You never know, especially in the world we live in with economic crisis. However, I feel like if we do get Champions League football, there's a high probability that he will come to Manchester United. Okay, do you know what source I got that information from? My head. See, it's just the most reliable source for anyone is your head for information. You don't need journalists. Chelsea done the madness. Yeah, Chelsea has done the madness. They've bought Timo Werner. But he might flop. You never know. He might flop. I haven't seen enough of him. I've seen him score goals for Germany. I've seen the highlights reel. But they needed a proper striker. Not a proper striker. I think Abraham's decent, but I feel like he's like that Daniel James thing. You start off sick. But two-faced, he was doing sick for quite a while, but then he's turned off a bit. And Batshuayi is not looking like he wants to have first-team football. So Werner, Ziyech, yeah, when you have both of them, Werner and Ziyech, I think that's decent business. Very good business. Chelsea always are willing to invest. And that's why Man United have to keep up with that. But I don't feel like the Glazers are willing to do that. Or Ed Woodward. Ed Woodward deals with the negotiating. The problem with our transfer system sometimes, most of the time, is that we take 10 years to make a deal happen. Like we're talking to Wan-Bissaka for 6 weeks or something. And we just, by the time we get Maguire, we've got like 1 week left in the season. You take ages to get transfers. I appreciate that. Sometimes it's hard to get big transfers. Look at Chelsea. Look how easy it is for Chelsea to get transfers done, even before the transfer window's open. When's the last time we saw a deal happen before the transfer window? So we get a contract agreed. So as soon as the transfer window hits, the player comes in. We haven't seen that for Man United in ages. Ever since the Glazers came in. But hopefully, thank the Lords, if Man City, we've got an extra chance of getting Champions League football if Man City don't get banned. But and then we get Sancho, because Champions League football basically cements us getting Sancho. We can still maybe get Sancho without Champions League football, but it becomes very difficult. And I don't trust the negotiators, like I said before. They take ages to get deals done. Sometimes they lose deals entirely, like Erling Haaland. But yeah, I don't want to focus too much on other teams. I want to focus on Manchester United. We've got enough money to buy people, but I don't want to just get Champions League football based on luck, based on Man City bottled it in terms of Champions League. They're bloody criminals. They've been banned by UEFA, and we just get in. We get in through a technicality. We haven't actually played well in the league that much. We just get Champions League football through that. Obviously, I'll still be happy, and I'll be happy when Sancho comes in if that happens after. But I'd rather we get Champions League football, get 4th place, prove that we're actually decent. We've actually improved as a team, getting the progress like Ole said, and then we get Champions League football properly like that. If we get 5th, if we miss out on 4th, but we still play decent, then I'll be willing to forgive and be like, okay, we got Champions League football. I'll take it. But if we just do badly in the league and win Europa League, okay, I got gas from the Europa League before by Mourinho, but I had faith in Mourinho that he could get a decent season after. Ole's got a little bit less experience, a lot more less experience. So if we just win the Europa League through shithousery, because a cup game can mean anything, you know what I mean? And there's not really many good teams in the league. and we just do really bad in the league. Obviously, sometimes you have to sacrifice the league for better Europa League positions. But I want to do better in the league. I want to get a good league position. Because at the end of the day, if we need to challenge for titles, not Europa Leagues. We're not, yeah, of course we're not good enough yet. We want to be challenging for titles. That's good enough. But obviously, right now, we're just doing it stage by stage. We're just calm. We're just fine. I don't want to just keep on getting Champions Leagues through Europa League. We don't want to be like Arsenal, where we rely on that sort of shit. You get me? And we could become like that. We could become like that if you're not okay. Some people say, well, you have become like that. But you got to be optimistic. You just got to play well in the league, get the Champions League football that way. Hopefully get fourth. We can still get fourth. I think we're 5 points off Chelsea, are we? Are we 5 points off Chelsea? Oh, we're 2 points off now. But obviously, we don't know if Chelsea are going to have what they're going to do against Aston Villa. But nevertheless, yeah, I don't want to rely on Europa Leagues to get Champions League football. I'd rather we don't rely on Man City criminality and corruption to basically UEFA technicality to allow us in. I want us to get Champions League football properly, and that will give me confidence for not only the future, but also right now that we've actually improved, and we're not just stumbling upon Champions League. We're not just playing bad football, but we're just getting there because cup games happen and we can win one-off games. I want us to prove that we're improving. And like some of you guys said, Sadiq, sometimes there isn't really a plan to our play. Is Ole just relying on big players, or can he learn on the job? Can he Can he grow into the manager we saw in the first 10 games of the season? And we're still unbeaten for now. He has improved since Bruno's come in, but is he just relying on Bruno? Has he got any tactics beyond that show his class? Yeah, Ole needs to sort out his style. There's no point of getting players if we don't have a system. Exactly, mate. Exactly. I think Ole wants to play attacking football, but I feel like he was a bit of a cowardice. But it's nothing wrong with being a coward. Mourinho's done it for ages. But obviously until Bruno Fernandes in, then he started playing a bit more expansive, but still playing a bit of counter-attack. But now it looks like people want to see attacking football. And he talks like sometimes he wants to be. He's one of us. He's one of the fans. And I know for a fact Ole knows we want attacking football with width. He knows that. He believes in himself. That's what you grow up thinking of Man United. So yeah, if he can transition his style from counter-attacking football to obviously proper attacking football with wide players like the Man United of old, then we're living in Gucci land. That's the aim, isn't it? That's the aim from Solskjaer. That's the aim from the fans. That's what we all want. Whether Ole's the tactical man to do it, whether he's the right man to actually do it, regardless if he wants to do or not, we'll see in due course. And I don't want to talk about sacking a manager yet. We'll talk about that by the end of the season. I know, mate. I'm not an expert on football. When I say attacking football, I mean like we want to see patterns to our play. We don't want to just be like, one game we play defensive, but next game we play attacking. Next play, I want to have consistency, like Liverpool, like Man City. You know what I mean? We want to play like the Man United of old, with flying wingers coming in. No defensive football, no counter-attacking football. We play the same way every time. Okay, we adapt sometimes as well. Alex Ferguson was good at that, especially in Champions League. Exactly, that's what I mean. We can't even form passing triangles most of the time. But I'll excuse you for now because obviously it's Tottenham. It's a good team and we came back from coronavirus. But we haven't really seen that a lot anyway. But Ole's got a lot more pressure. The more better players he's got. He's got a decent squad right now. But obviously he's been given the benefit of doubt because we got Bruno late. If we got Bruno early on in the season, if we got Bruno in the summer, and Ole was 5th, then there'll be a lot of pressure for him to get sacked. But we got him in January instead. And we got Igalo. But yeah, I think I'm going to end it there, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll try to improve these streams, get a second screen on. But I don't mind actually just having my face. Hope you enjoyed it. It takes me back to the old Man United videos I used to make on this channel back when it was called Sit on Sports. So yeah, leave a like if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Share this video with your mates. Keep up the conversation in the comments below. You can rewatch the stream if you missed the bits of it. And yeah, thank you to Sadiq. Thank you to Calcium Deficient. What username? Thank you, Samad. Thank you to Liam. Thank you to everyone who's talked today with me. See, I want this to be a good community where we just talk. Not sometimes, most of the time about football, but sometimes about funny stuff. Like who's better than Lukaku? Jared. Jared is better than Lukaku. Yeah, enough about me waffling. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time with more career mode content, with more Last of Us content. We're living in Gucci land now. Football's back. I'm happy. We're all happy. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.